They did it. Joey down here, they did indeed. Weston, Joey, put it in the chat real quick. How are you feeling about this trade as Noah and I get into it? I'm going to give my thoughts, and then Noah's going to give his thoughts, and then we'll actually all dive into this together. We'll do some Google searching together and go through it. Initially, without any, like, just when we saw it, I was like, cool. They did it. But that was it. Like, I was initially disappointed that Cron and Grichuk were together. Those were the two dudes, right? Like, they should have been shipped separately. But I've been on the case that Cron just doesn't have that value. I don't like just his numbers since last All-Star game, the injury. He's more of a DH than a first base. And I just don't know if he had that. So where the Angels are, it kind of made sense to combine them. So initially I was like, cool, disappointed, but I think I'm going to talk myself into this with these two pitchers that we got. But what were your initial reactions?
Well, I was kind of thinking along the same lines as you. I was more so surprised that it was a 2-for-2 because I thought those were our two of our bigger pieces other than the relievers. But I mean, we've had about 10 minutes to try to digest what happened, and based on what the rest of our team is saying, I think it's something we should really be excited about. And as they're saying in the chat, we could always use pitching.
So. Yeah, the Rockies definitely have a plan, right? They went 14 of 22 in the draft. Two trades now have been swung, and three trades. We're counting the Moose one in this. Three trades, 5 new pitchers. They have a plan, and it's pitching. Let's get this figured out before rosters go down to 165. So it's gonna be really interesting on the minor league side of this next year when all the rosters go to 165 and what they do with all these arms. But they seem to be kind of cutting bait. They cut bait on our dude Shelby Lackey, which sucks. Friend of the pod, just been struggling finding the zone lately, but he's just a fantastic dude. Send him a DM. He's like, yeah, I'm eating a bunch of dino nuggets and just kind of getting through this right now. So, he's getting through it. But huge shout out to Shelby just for being a friend of the pod and just being an all around good dude. Talked to him in Akron, and it's just sweet. But the Rockies have a plan. Madden looks like a little shaky this year, but the stuff is there. Ty Thompson's here. Skyler, what up, big dog? I'm glad you made it. Hopefully dinner's going all right. I called the package. All right, so we got Joey here. So I called the package today at the game. So funny after the Grich diving play. I did not watch the game today. So did Grich get hurt or what? Like what happened?
No, so he made a full extension grab to his right, and with the celebrations of Carlos Gonzalez this weekend, it looked so reminiscent of watching Cargo lay out in right field. It was sweet. It was a 5-star catch. By my standards, I don't know the metrics labeled it that, but it was sweet.
We'll count it. And Grichuk has been balling out since he came back, so I love that. All right, let's get into this. Let's start searching. So, what have you found already? As I kind of bring up, hold on, What have you found so far?
Well, I did find that Madden is the number 8 prospect in the Angels system, and he's currently at high A with, according to MLB.com, an ETA of 2025. And then I saw that Mason Albright, when looking into him, he is also at the high A level. He's 20 years old. He's just a year older than me, which is crazy to think. But he's number 28 in the Angels system. And other than that, I'm just trying to break down the basics, really, because we're all kind of scrambling here. I guess I saw that Madden's a righty and Albright's a lefty. So that, other than that, I don't really know.
Yeah, switching it up. Who did I say? So Roto Clegg, he's a good follow on Twitter. He mentioned that Jake Madden, this tweet's going slow. One of them has been really good with command. The other one has been a little shaky with command. So get rid of that. You guys don't need to see that. Albright has had a nice year and looks strong over his last few. Great curve with good command, and Madden has struggled with the command. So something that we're watching out there for. I wanted to bring this up. The Angels' top prospects. So Jake Madden, fastball 65, slider 50, changeup 50, control 45, overall 45. He's already had Tommy John in 2020, so we don't have to worry about that because we know how that's been going this year. Yeah. Number 8 in the Angels list, which is pretty solid. Like Ben Joyce, I know that guy. He's already
Yeah,
up there. So right around there. So number 8 in that system is pretty solid. Love that. South Carolina decided to head to Northwest Florida State rather than South Carolina in 2021. 6'6", up to 98 miles per hour with the fastball.
that's beautiful.
Can be heavy, getting ground ball outs when he keeps it down in the zone. And then he has a mid 80s slider that could be paired with that upper 80s changeup. Okay.
It sounds really promising. And Weston in the chat said he noticed that the top of the Angel system is primarily middle infielders. And looking at the list now, I mean, we got the top pitcher other than Ben Joyce, and Ben Joyce throws 104. So
Yeah,
I like that. I like that a lot.
absolutely. Yeah. I like that zone, that spin zone there. It's good.
Yeah.
Walked more than 4.5 per 9 innings in the junior college season. So that command is something that Jake Madden's going to have to figure out. Inland 66er, so he's in low A. Low
Okay.
A right now, which is something. Okay. All right. So Madden joined, so 225, that's 6'6", 185. So he's got some growing to do. And then Albright, number 28, looking at low A as well. And I will say the Fresno Grizzlies, Spokane Indians, like they have like 2 or 3 really good guys, like going Candy, Palmquist, Hill. You can throw in a Caleb Franzen, a Connor Stain in there. Then it kind of drops off. There's not a lot of depth there. So adding a Mason Albright and a Jake Madden into that fold is really good for future prospects. I mean, Jordy Vargas and is a different story, being Tommy John and all that, but as well as Jackson Cox. So maybe this is kind of helping fill that void. See what we got here. So Mason Albright, inland 66ers, fastball 50, curveball 50, cutter 50, changeup. So all plus pitches. Okay. Maryland native, left-hander, received a 2-way overslot bonus, so they really liked him. Chose baseball instead of VTech.
Says he can throw all 4 pitches for strikes. So that, I mean, I like seeing that.
Right? That's huge. Pitching, has more of a feel for pitching than his raw stuff. That's good.
Yeah.
Fastball, still in the low 90s range. Curve has a chance to be a solid pitch, though it can get slurvy at times, which isn't a bad thing at Coors.
No.
He feel for his changeup and is developing a cutter. All right. The long arm action. All right. So long arm action in the back and his consistency on the front with from his delivery that hampered his stuff and his command. So they shortened it.
Yeah.
Look, number 4, number 5 starter or reliever. All right. Not gonna lie to you. Pretty stoked about this Madden kid.
Yeah, I'm it's going to be really interesting to see where he'll slot into our top 30, because I'd imagine ours is ranked higher than the Angels, but I mean, you never, I don't know. But
Yeah, I mean, I can pull that up real quick here. Seeing what the Rockies top 30 is. He's definitely going to be a top arm in there. Like if you're right around that pitcher who's Ben Joyce,
yeah,
like you're doing all right. So like the Rockies, slide over. He might be our best pitching prospect.
wow.
Gabe Hughes,
Yeah,
Jaden Hill, Vargas. Okay, yeah. So he's definitely going to be up here.
sweet.
So right, probably I'm going to put him around that. He's going to be right in the 7 to 15 range.
Yeah, Skyler says he's going to be right around Hughes, so that's good.
Is that the guess, Skyler? Is that where you're going with it? He's probably going to be right around Hughes. So yeah, Ben Joyce is the closer, so we just took their top starter prospect, right? So we'll see. The top of the Angel system is a lot of middle infielders. Okay, so I'm getting caught up. 9 or 10. I'm thinking the same thing. Think the same thing, Ty. It's got to be right around here. Benny, speaking of Benny, had a big collision tonight with Juan Guerrero in the outfield. Benny was actually carted off. It was a little concerning. Juan stayed in the game, so it's going to be interesting if he stays healthy and can like come back. That dude just can't catch a break. But if we look at this, IL, raking, probably injured list, IL, just got back from the injured list. Few stints already. Jaden Hill returning from Tommy John, IL. What, 7
Oh,
of our top 12?
yeah, that's not good at
No.
all. I love Jaden Hill though. Just throwing that out there. I've been high on him ever since we got him, and I cannot wait to see him at Coors Field.
Dude. And he's gonna get there.
Yeah.
Sooner or later he's gonna get there. Don't
Yes.
look at his number stats, y'all. Don't do that to yourself. Not this year. Not while he's trying to make his way back. Because
Yeah.
I think he went 3.2 this week, but had 8 strikeouts.
Yes.
He was just leaving the ball up, and you just can't do that. I think the number 3 hitter for the Emeralds just crushed one over the fence. I was like, oh, it hurts.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for Jaden Hill. His stuff is nasty. So, all right, give the trade a rank. After learning a little bit about him, how we feeling about the trade?
This I tend to like it because Cron and Grichuk, we had to get rid of them. I would have been really disappointed if somehow August 2nd came around and they were still Rockies because we'll probably lose both of them. Based on original looks, I mean, earning an A is hard, but A minus, I that's what I'm thinking. And Nick, our the guy on our team, is really high on this. So, and he knows the minor leagues, so I trust him.
Yeah, Nick. If Nick is high on somebody, I truly don't want to go against that grain, like you said.
Yeah.
I'm going B plus. I don't know if I can give it an A, just because I do think Grown and Critchick together just still is tugging at me right
Yeah.
now. But I just think, again, maybe I just need to talk myself into it. Like, really, Crone really wasn't that valuable in the whole scheme of things, but he was the last available first baseman in the market. So, like, why did we have to pair him with Grichuk? So very interesting, but I don't know what the Angels are doing. As you are picking 3 of the 9 players on a Rockies team to try to push for the playoffs. I don't know if I wonder how Otani would rate this this
Yeah.
trade right now.
Someone in that Angels front office is definitely one of the Rockies front office best friends because, I mean, Moose, Grichuk, Crone, all the Anaheim. I hope they make the playoffs now, the postseason.
Right.
I want to see all of them in there.
Right, that was gonna be my next question. Are we all Angels fans right now? Is that our playoff team that we're going for?
Yes,
Is that the
absolutely.
Rockies back up there?
Yeah.
And it feels weird because the Angels are a cluster also,